Would you submit a grant application if you knew it would be approved? Many people are surprised to hear that FEMA has a non-competitive grant program. Yes, you heard that right. It's not competitive. The Pre-Disaster Mitigation Congressionally Directed Spending Program earmarks specific projects for funding. All you have to do is take the formal step of submitting a sub-application. Your project is pre-selected. This FEMA grant opportunity is different from the competitive FEMA grants in that FEMA does not select the projects, members of Congress do. FEMA administers these grants, but they are not involved in the project selections. When the Notice of Funding Opportunity, or NOFO, is announced by FEMA, the projects have already been selected. This is another instance when planning ahead can pay dividends later on. If you were to wait for the NOFO, you have already missed your opportunity and your project is not eligible to submit for consideration. Only the pre-selected projects can apply for funding. For fiscal year 2023, over $233 million was budgeted for 100 projects nationwide. So that averages to $2.3 million per project. Now, funding under this program is not available every year, but when it is available, the project awards move more quickly than other FEMA grant programs. Let's look at fiscal year 2023 as an example. The NOFO was announced on March 1st, and the grants must be awarded by the end of September. This means that pre-selected projects will receive an award in the same calendar year that the NOFO was out, which is much faster than the annual FEMA, BRIC, and FMA programs. It's important to note that even though the projects are pre-selected, they must meet all of the typical grant criteria, meaning the sub-applicant must be covered under a current FEMA-approved hazard mitigation plan. The project benefits must outweigh the costs. There is a local cost share required, and the project must reduce risks from a natural hazard. The difference with this program is that you know in advance that the effort involved in preparing the sub-application will result in funding. Even the grant preparation and grant administration expenses can be reimbursed. This is a win-win for communities and their leaders. Everyone looks good. Once the grants are awarded, the PDM Congressionally Directed Spending Program is administered just like other FEMA grant programs. There's a 75-25 cost share. That is, FEMA will reimburse the community 75% of the project costs up to the maximum grant award, and the remaining 25% must come from non-federal funding. Also, like other FEMA grant programs, the community will have 3 years to complete the project and close out all of the paperwork. Navigating this program can be tricky, but an experienced FEMA grant writer will be able to guide you through the process and meet all of the tight submittal deadlines as they arise. For more information, read my previous blog or watch my video that outlines the steps in the grant application process.